So here we are, Julie Barber.
Mhm.
Great to see you, of course, and your smile. Um, you've been on our board for how long?
Well, technically, I just joined the board. I guess it was in January of this year, but I have been helping out and doing different things for you guys for I guess it's about 3 years now.
Yes, you have. You've been a big supporter and brought a lot of just different people into the mix, which we really appreciate. Seriously.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I work in a large insurance company here in Lynchburg, and one of my big passions is giving back to the community. And I had a friend and coworker a few years ago who approached me about Race to Recovery because I had a little bit of a background in, in the community and with different, nonprofits and whatnot. So she said, you need to check this place out. And she introduced me to it. I came and did a tour of the houses and just fell in love with the program and what you guys are doing.
What in particular? What about recovery, substance use disorders, co-occurring disorders, like made you want to help instead of helping the humane society or whatever?
Yeah, for me, there's a personal tie. I have family members who have struggled with addiction for years. And, recovery for them is tough because it impacts everything in their life, their job, their family, emotionally, just having a house sometimes. So what really touched me is that this program is a holistic help for them. You have center-based counseling and programs. You've got stuff for them to get together for outdoors. You have houses for them to live in and get on their feet again, and you help them find employment. And those are just your basic things that you can't get recovered if you don't have that type of support. And a lot of people don't. They don't have friends and family that can help them along that way.
You're right. There's a lot. It affects everybody. It affects the family. You touched on something really important because we do offer the family support here as well,
Yeah.
and because it impacts everybody. Have you found that like people you tell about, like you're on the board here at Roads to Recovery, that most people are affected by it in some way, like knowing somebody, a relative, friend?
Yeah, they are. When I first heard about you guys, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is like the biggest kept secret in Lynchburg." I had no clue of all the things that you all do for the community and for the folks that come to you for help. So I just wanted to continue spreading the word. So when I mention it to other people, they start talking about like, my sister or my cousin or my best friend. If they would have had some kind of a program, it would have really helped them out. And that's actually how I introduced a coworker to the board most recently because you just start talking about the program and there is no one who isn't impacted by addiction in some way.
Right. How do you explain it to like younger people, like who don't really know what you do here on the board?
Yeah. So for younger people, it's more or less just talking straight with them about how it would impact them directly. Like you don't think it's addiction until hey, you have problems keeping a job, or your family doesn't want to deal with you anymore. And so for younger people and getting them involved, I think it's more just bringing it to their level and explaining to them, it's not just an older person's issue. It starts when you're young and those behaviors and what you don't think is an addiction, you're just partying, having a good time. It can definitely lead into some terrible things.
It grabs a hold of certain people. It really does. It did for me. My whole family functioned successful. Their life didn't become a manageable. Me, it just took control. So when people like you reach out and want to help this organization or just this disease, helping with this disease because it is a disease. I'm just overwhelmed and wowed by it because of people like you helping it made my recovery possible.
Yeah.
And whether you know that or not, it means the world to us. You probably don't say it enough. You come in for meetings, you help with, our virtual walk, and you help drum up a lot of money for us. And that really impacts people.
And that's great to hear because that's why I do it. I mean, I don't do it just because hey, I feel like this is something I need to do. I mean, I personally feel like it's something that I need to contribute to because I live in this community. I don't want there to be people who are struggling and who are having just terrible times and they don't have help. That's just not a good feeling for them. And so for me, it's important to give back and help in any way I can.
Do you really realize though how much you help?
I don't.
You do a lot.
I mean, I try. I try to make sure that anything I'm doing, I think through. Well, I'm getting rid of this furniture. Is there anyone that can use it? Or I feel like I need to give back to an organization. I need to spend time doing that. And I always think of you guys. That's why you always hear me calling you up or emailing and saying, hey, can you use this or do you need help with that?
All that little stuff and bigger stuff makes such an impact on people's lives. And I want you to know that you do make a difference. If you go home and don't really realize it, I came here 4 years ago with nothing, absolutely nothing. A trash bag with clothes. I tell that story all the time. And because of people like you supporting this program, I was able to transform my life with the help and support and guidance of people like you who, don't judge and don't make me feel less than because, I was this, strung out alcoholic and meth addict.
Yeah.
So, I'm talking to you seriously. It means a lot.
And that touches me. And that's why I do it. Because, like you said, you came here with a trash bag and nothing. And now look at you. You're interviewing me for a segment on, this Roads to Recovery fundraiser. And that is what it's all about. 4 years may have seemed like eons to you, but 4 years to get recovered and to make the comeback that you did, that's why I do it. Because, everybody needs to have that help, that support, that leg up to say, we're going to get you there. And someone like you has just taken a hold of it. And look what you're doing.
It's like giving people a chance.
Yes.
We don't help everybody. Not everybody gets it right away.
That's right.
It took me a long time, but it was a program like this that just offers so much support and help from people who've gone through what I've gone through, or board members who just have big hearts who just want to help.
Mm-hmm.
And it just resonated with me, and it opened my eyes and changed my way of thinking, and did transform me. 4 years seems like a long time, but I always explain to people coming in, it's like, if you went to college, 4 years it would take you to get from this point to that point. It takes a while. It took me my whole life, 46 years to get to a point of desperation that, so 4 years doesn't seem like that much when I wasted so much, but it was all a learning process. And everything that happened to me brought me to this chair at this moment in time right now to interview somebody like you.
That's awesome.
And I guess we could finish with, what does recovery mean to you?
For me, recovery is, knowing that you need to change and grasping that, hey, I'm done with that kind of life and I want to do something good for me. And it's using any resource that's available. That's why I love Roads to Recovery. It's all about you. What kind of counseling do you need? How often do you need it? You guys give that to people. Do you need help finding a job? Do you have family support? Well, no, we're going to be here for you. So that's, for me, that's recovery, is acknowledging it, dealing with it. It's not going to go away, but it's using the resources that are there. And since there's so many here, that's why
it's all here. It's all here.
Yeah, it's everything that you could possibly need for recovery. It's here and it's available, and you guys don't turn anybody away. So that is recovery for me, and seeing stories like yours, and maybe not even stories like yours. Maybe somebody's halfway there, or maybe somebody's goal is to just be able to keep employment and be sober for 60 days. That's recovery for me, and I think it's great what you guys do.
Well, thank you. It takes a little ounce of willingness. If you've got just a smidge,
just a little
you can do it, and it's all made possible because of people like you. So I thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
I really do.
Well, thanks for what you guys do.